Sorry, folks, it's just going to be another minute or so. I just had a phone call. It's an important one. Just 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Today is Tuesday, April 1st, April Fools. Don't believe everything you see today. I'm already seeing quite a few people shanked a little bit with regards to different things, but kind of funny. The one in the POW group private community was pretty funny. If anybody hasn't seen that yet, over to MJ News channel. Apple unveils the iBong 3000. Imagine if this was real. It's definitely not. There's got to be a April Fools. Happy April Fools, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, yeah, right. No, there's no way. All right, so yeah, I gotta have a little fun with it though. Yeah, we'll jump into it. I just had a call from one of the guys at the company. There's a company trying to buy our entire condo. Like they want to purchase all the units, and if not, they want to basically take it to a special resolution, get at least 75%, and then dissolve the corporation. So I have 3 units, and just trying to fine tune the last. Actually, was negotiating with them on a price increase on 1 unit, and they agreed to it. So super happy about that, and probably going to sign those contracts later on tonight. And yeah, I've got 5 condos at the moment in Edmonton, so I'd like to unload at least a few. And they're paying me, geez, yeah, one's double, the other one's probably 60% more than I paid, and the other one's almost triple what I paid for it. So did pretty well. All right, so jumping right into it here, we'll take a look at the broader market. If anybody does have any ticker requests, as always, please let me know inside of the Slack community. But yeah, we're seeing a pretty decent recovery here. Bitcoin bouncing off 82,000. We've got XRP really starting to gain some momentum again off of $2 support. So love to see it. I do think that we're just mere weeks away before we start to see some major price momentum to the upside. Paul Atkins could be confirmed any week now, but it's probably going to be mid-April at this point. And yeah, everything's pointing in the right direction. The only thing that I'm concerned about here on the S&P 500 is we do have a weekly bear flag that confirmed, but we're not seeing much follow through. And we already had the weekly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. So I'm starting to question if this is a massive bear trap, and this could be a massive fake out here and bear trap before we start to recover. And starting to kind of look at the Russia and Ukraine situation. If there's some sort of deal there, that could obviously add to the momentum to the upside for the sector and for the broader market. And also, just the M2 money supply, we're starting to see, that risk on. We're coming out of the extreme fear. We generally gravitate back towards neutral, and I think, as I said multiple times, the bull markets end in euphoria, not fear. So I do think that we're at least due for a sizable bounce. Whether or not we hit a new all-time high on the S&P 500, that remains to be seen. But we did confirm the weekly downtrend, lower high and lower low, but not much follow through. And we confirmed the weekly bear flag as well. So you take your measured move there from the high to the low, move it out to your 0.382 fib, and it's saying about 514 is the target. But all about support there at 546. If we lose that, that's going to be a red flag, because we'll be seeing the follow through, and it will no longer be a bear trap at that point, right? And a fake out. It will actually be seeing another lower low after confirming it. So we've confirmed it, but we haven't seen the follow through. If we confirm it, like I said, next week, or we continue to drop this week, then that's going to be a major red flag. But when in doubt, zoom out. Monthly time frame, we're still in a monthly uptrend, and we're just trying to hold monthly MA12. It's a brand new month this month, so we are below it. It's confirming resistance now, so we need to get back above that ASAP. And like I said, hold the low there at 546. And then if we do, we'll consider that a save, and we'll look to bounce off EMA 12. And like I said, as of right now, where there's no major red flags in the slightest, we're still in a monthly uptrend. The most important factor, I don't believe that this bear market is going to begin until we either A, lose the monthly uptrend, which we'd have to lose the higher low here at 510. So from 546, we could pull back another 6.5%, a little over, and we would still be in a monthly uptrend. Or B would be a monthly downtrend if we were to form a lower high here on a monthly bounce. I can't see that happening this month, because we would have to break the high of last month at 597, and then we would only have, well, it's possible you could form a lower high somewhere around 605, and then that would be a lower high compared to 613, the all-time high. But it is a monthly bull flag, and it was targeting 620. So I still think there's a very good chance that we see 620, potentially 625 on the S&P 500 before the end of this bull cycle. But I would say probably a 50% chance and odds that the top is in, and 50% chance that we could potentially head to that 620 target of the monthly bull flag. But again, no major chart damage here on the monthly time frame. Same thing with Bitcoin, just back testing monthly EMA 12, and we're still in a monthly uptrend as well, just forming another higher low, just like we did here at under 50,000 at 49.5. We're just forming another monthly higher low at 76, just off 75,000 psychological. So again, until Bitcoin confirms a monthly downtrend or loses a monthly uptrend, no major red flags whatsoever. SPY just had a EMA 12 and 26 bear cross on the weekly and confirmed a weekly downtrend. We're in a weekly downtrend here with lower low and lower high. Sorry, messed that up. Lower high and lower low on Bitcoin. And we're forming another lower high here compared to 99.5. And we topped out right at EMA 12. So it's possible that we see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross on Bitcoin, but we avoided it here, and we avoided it here, and really crypto has been leading the way, right? It's been the most bullish sector since March 2020, relatively speaking. So it might happen again where we avoid that cross and we see, and again, just like SPY 620, I think we could see 120, 140 on Bitcoin, and then massive alt season and into the summer and fall is where we more than likely top out and start the bear market. And in my opinion, it could span a year or two. But again, until we confirm monthly downtrends or lose the monthly uptrend, there's nothing to worry about. Casper, Storage, and Flare leading the decline today. And on the bull list, we had a lot of double-digit gainers. We had EOS, Solo, and Link leading the way today. But EOS, monthly bounce underway. If we take a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is nowhere near starting the monthly bounce. So we're starting to see altcoins really start to pick up and show some relative strength here compared to Bitcoin. Could see a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on EOS. I think this one in terms of percentage. I'm not a huge fan of the project. I own just a tiny bit of it, like a few percent of my portfolio, maybe not even, maybe like a percent or two. But I think this name, if it goes back to where it once was, almost $15, and we were just at 43 cents last month. That's about a 33x. So this one could be a solid gainer here. XRP. So again, just 2 monthly inside bars in a row. So we had a monthly inside bar last month, and now we have another monthly inside bar this month. Whichever way we break out of this will be very telling. Keep in mind that we do have the 200-day moving average, and that's at 180 now. And you have to remember that when Ethereum had its 50 and 200 weekly moving average bull cross, and then had the first wave and the first big breakout like XRP just did, we actually came back and backtested the 200-day moving average, and I think we even dipped slightly below it on Ethereum before it continued higher up to around 5,000. So if XRP were to do something similar, that'd be a drop down to around $1.75, $1.60. But you have to remember that Ethereum has the mass marketing machine, right? Everybody's pumping it. If you go on different platforms, they always have Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's one platform, ShakePay. They only have Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So you have to think about that in what would one think logically? Well, one might think that because XRP has been suppressed for so long, that it might not suffer the same fate, right? This could be our bottom, because $2, relatively speaking, is still pretty damn cheap compared to some of these other projects and where they have gone percentage wise and market cap wise, right? So I think that there's a good chance that the bottom is in. I would say 80% chance that the bottom is in there at $1.77, and 20% chance that we end up going down to $1.60. But if we did go to $1.60, I bet you any money it would be a quick flash crash, and we would more than likely recover in a matter of hours. I'd be even tempted to buy at 160. It's just hard for me to buy at $2 or even sub $2. Just under $2, because my average is 42 cents, and I'd say it's closer to 40 cents now. So, I'm looking at selling, not buying now. Like, my bags are packed. So, all right, jumping into MJ. and then we'll jump into any tickers if anybody does have any. So we're having a pretty decent date here today. AYR just pumped up to 27 cents, which is the high of the day. Massive bear flag though. It was a weekly bear flag. We were targeting 26 cents, and now it's another daily bear flag forming. So if we go from our high to the low there, we're not even getting above the 0.236. So don't be fooled by the 17% up. It's just a number. You got to look at where we are, right? And it's still a very weak bounce. Anything under the 0.32 fib is a potential for a daily bear flag. So if we don't get above 31 cents, that means that the bear flag is still intact. And if we lose the low of the dump there at 22 cents, then the measured move is saying 15 cents. I wouldn't be touching this thing with a 10-foot pole. Very, very risky. A lot of debt. Management shaken up again. There's just not a whole lot to like with AYR. A lot of competition, price compression. It's not going to be anytime soon. They're getting at a certain states and focusing on Florida, and Florida, probably not going to see Amendment 3 or any kind of legalization recreationally for a very long time. So that's really going to weigh on the company. But complete opposite, CXXI is down 17% today, AVCN and DB. AVCN is set to report earnings. It said March 31st, but that's incorrect. I'm pretty sure it's April 1st today. So it should be aftermarket today. I'm going to be interested in seeing this one, but a little bit of a pretty big sell-off here. Looks like a daily bear flag confirmed, DMA 12 and 26 bear cross. We had support there at 26 cents, and we had 25.5. So that was a nice entry there. And this will be cushioning the blow. If there's bad earnings, we have already sold off quite a bit, so I wouldn't expect much of a reaction and sell-off. But on the flip side, if we do beat, that could be a huge bounce based on how much we've pulled back, right? Just since March 20th, March 19th to the low of the day today, we were down almost 35%. And they typically have pretty decent earnings, so we'll keep an eye out on that one. AYR, CGC, and Oxley leading the bull list today. Oxley still holding its own. Very bullish. CGC back above $1. And I mentioned we had that descending triangle targeting 82 cents. We did hit 88 cents, so there's a good chance that this could be the low. And a lot of people are probably thinking it's going to do another reverse split. Wouldn't this be the time where people sell under $1 again and they get scared, they capitulate, and this thing busts back up to $2 in no time? We have 420 coming up here in a few weeks, and we're more than likely going to see some sort of update, either safe banking or rescheduling. I'd say probably banking first. Remember, they got to get big. Got to get Wall Street and the hedge funds and the big institutions positioned first before any meaningful reform, in my opinion. But I'd say it's a toss-up between rescheduling and banking. Just posted a video on OGI, so they had the big deal today with Collective Arts and Collective Project. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out. And OGI weekly bear flag. So still a lot of weakness on a lot of these charts. It says 70 cents could be in the cards, but all about 96 cents double bottom, right to the penny. And reverse split territory flirting with again on OGI. It actually did a 1 for 4 back in 2023. All right, see if we have any ticker requests. Doesn't look like we have any today. There's no news in the channel at the moment, so just a quick update on the course. I did have a few people sign up for the pre-order, so I really do appreciate it. Definitely motivates me to get my to light a fire under me and get it done. It's a lot of work. I'm still working on the course outline. It's 8 pages right now, so I'm gonna have to condense that. Maybe I'll do like investing and trading mastery 102, and then I'll do another course at some point soon. But I do have to go. I have a call, so we'll talk to everybody in the chat room in a few moments. All right, have a great night.